Hello and welcome to the Legal Growth Podcast, where we dive into the strategies, challenges, and success stories helping the future of law firms. I'm your host, Aaron Fulk, and together with Legal Growth Partners, we'll bring you in-depth conversations with top legal professionals, industry innovators, and firm leaders. Our goal is simple: to share practical insights, innovative strategies, and real-world advice to help your law firm scale, adapt, and thrive. Whether you're navigating growth challenges or looking to boost your business development, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. This week, our guest is Joe Shull. Hello, Joe.
Aaron, what's going on? How you doing?
Okay, so I heard a little something before we got started. This is your first podcast ever?
This is my first podcast. I didn't know what to wear. I like to wear a suit, no tie, but I wasn't really sure what to wear today. So you got the casual Thursday hoodie, if that's okay with you.
It looks like we planned it, if that makes you feel better.
It does make me feel better, yes.
Yeah, I'm always in a hoodie, Joe. So just stick with me. You'll be all right, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, well, I'm super excited to learn about you. So give us a quick overview of how you chose law and the specialty of law you got into.
Yeah, sure. So I chose law. I was kind of a nerd growing up, and I always knew that I wanted to explore the law and potentially go to law school. And so I went to KU undergrad, got a business degree, and it was kind of the right timing in terms of the economy. It was right during the Great Recession. And so I said, well, if there's the perfect time to go to law school, here it is. And so I went to KU Law, graduated, ended up working at a large law firm here in Kansas City. And really why I chose the path that I did was it got me into the courtroom faster than my counterparts, because I knew I wanted to be a trial lawyer. I look at trial as almost like a stage, and I always knew I wanted to be on my feet and working as opposed to being behind a desk and working. And so I chose a practice group that I knew was going to get me into the courtroom and into the litigation process as quickly as possible.
Okay, so I'm a theater mom, and you just said you look at it as a stage. So did you do any theater before you ever got into law?
I never did theater. I did do a bunch of radio and TV in high school. Again, like I said, kind of nerdy. And so some short films, all of that. So I needed that. I needed to continue to scratch that itch going forward.
Oh, I love that. So what has been your biggest growth success story so far?
I think our biggest growth success with my law partner, Kasey, has been jumping off the high dive without a life jacket. We basically said, let's do it. We took a bunch of risks. It was calculated risks, but we knew if we were patient enough that the growth would come. And so at no point were we ever scrambling. At no point were we ever overly concerned with the work coming in. But I think our biggest growth was sticking to the plan that we developed and just being patient and waiting for those results to come.
And you said you're in year 5?
We're in year 5.
So yeah. When did you feel like the results were coming? Like what year?
I think it's funny. I think like year 1, it was we were high-fiving over even the smallest settlements. And then years 2 and 3, we could definitely see the foundation being laid. And then years 4 and 5 were kind of where we felt very comfortable from a growth perspective.
I love that. What has been your favorite non-legal skill that you have surprisingly used to grow your firm?
I like to think now that I am a healthcare provider, or at least a doctor, because a lot of our work that we do is medical malpractice on the plaintiff side. And so whenever I'm watching healthcare or, medical drama shows on TV, I like to try to predict what the diagnosis is going to be, or what's the issue with the patient.
Oh, that's hilarious. What's your favorite medical drama?
Well, what's that new one that just came out with Noah Wyle, The Pit?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen
awesome.
It
yet. Yeah,
what's on?
I think it's on YouTube TV, not YouTube TV, but maybe Prime, Amazon Prime, one of those, or Apple TV. Either way, the setting is an emergency room, emergency department, and every single episode is something crazy happens, but it's intense.
I love that. I bet everybody around you watching it with you likes that. You know what? Know it now too, right?
Well, to throw a curveball in it, my wife is a physician assistant, and so I like to pretend that I know healthcare, but then she likes to correct me on a daily basis.
I recently went on a date with a neurologist and told him I watched Grey's Anatomy. It didn't go over well.
It's the same thing.
I feel
Yeah,
I
you
feel
get
ya.
it. Yep.
Looking ahead, what trends or changes do you see shaping the future of law firms, and how are you positioning your firm to stay competitive?
Yeah, that's an easy one. That it's AI. For better or for worse, it's going to be AI moving forward in terms of intake, in terms of medical records review. I don't think it's obviously never going to replace the attorney taking a deposition or trying a case, but it's going to make the tasks that were, otherwise busy work really more streamlined. So our firm particularly has been experimenting with different types of platforms, AI services to kind of fit what our needs are. Locally and nationally, really, judges and courts are even embracing AI. And so you can never have a brief drafted exclusively from AI, but parts of a brief, you just check a box now on the motions and filing to say, yes, some of this was drafted with AI. So it's ever changing. It's changing by the day. And that will be the biggest, technological advance going forward in our industry.
So crazy.
So it
Well,
is.
it was so great having you on, Joe. And thank you for joining us on the Legal Growth Podcast presented by Legal Growth Partners. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, drop us a review, and share it with your colleagues because great insights are even better when shared. For more tips and tools to help grow your practice, visit legalgrowthpartners.com. Until next time, keep innovating, keep growing, and keep smiling. And thank you so much, Joe. Have a great day.
Thanks, Aaron. You too.